Bethany Manctalo here. Welcome to our Millwall Fans Show with some new voices, but the same focus. Just everything Millwall. Enjoy!
Welcome to the 2025-26 season of Millwall No One Likes Talkin's Our Millwall Fans Show. I'm your host, Eamonn Barclay, and I'm excited to be here with a fantastic No One Likes Talking team of Steve Warren. Hello.
Hello, Eamonn.
And Ted Robinson. Hello.
Evening, Eamonn.
And Jeff Burnige. Hello.
Hello, Eamonn, and everybody at home.
Well, that's good of you to say so, because I'm going to say a big hello to all our listeners too. Isn't that just wonderful that we both thought of that at the same time?
Not everybody likes them, but they don't care.
We have a guest, and there are many Millwall topics to cover during these very exciting times. But for now, let's pause for a moment to hear about our sponsor, G&M Motors.
Hi, this is Jess Tuffield from G&M Motors. Operating from a modern and purpose-built facility in Milton Road, Gravesend, G&M Motors offers a complete range of new Honda cars and services. As well as new Hondas, we have an extensive range of used cars, including ex-Motability cars from a variety of manufacturers. Specialising in new Honda cars, G&M Motors has been retailing quality new and used vehicles to the people of Kent and South East London for over 4 decades. We have been a Honda dealership since 1972 and are the country's longest serving supplier of this renowned marque. Conveniently sited just 2 miles from the A2, 10 miles from the M25 and Dartford Crossing, visitors to our showroom are assured a warm welcome from our experienced and friendly staff. Our facilities include an on-site workshop capable of providing full vehicle servicing and repairs, as well as an extensive parts department offering genuine Honda parts and accessories. The expertise of our skilled mechanics is not limited to just Hondas, but extends to most makes and models of motor vehicles. Whatever your motoring needs, visit us at G&M Motors today. The newly extended hours of our G&M headquarters means that you can contact us from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. on Saturdays. To contact us, call us today on 01474 365 026.
Thank you, Jess. Debbie Julian's here. Don't forget to call Jess on 01474 813562. G&M Motors have been dear friends with the Julians family for over 4 decades now. From my dad Lenny to me, Debbie, lions together.
I'm your host, Eamonn Barclay, and with me I have the No One Likes Us Talking team of Ted Robinson, Steve Warren and Jeff Burnige. A big thank you to our sponsor, G&M Motors. Our guest tonight is so busy that we're never sure if he's coming or going. Thankfully, he certainly does. And well, that's a bonus, really. He is very creative, inspiring, and he leads a great team. Say hello to Mr. Millwall Community Trust, Sean Daly.
Good evening, all. Hope you're well.
All good. Hello, Sean.
Very well.
Sean.
Hello, Sean. Good to hear you.
And you?
I saw you were in the company of the Deputy Prime Minister, David Lammy. He was pictured with you, holding a Millwall shirt with his name on it. Tell us, what were you engaged in?
Well, we're doing a lot of work with Lewisham Council, mostly about the regeneration of the Lewisham and around the Den. And also one of our projects was to develop the Riverside Youth Centre in Deptford. David Lammy did a visit to Lewisham last week, and one of the stops that he came to was Riverside, so he wanted to speak to some young people. And we got invited down by Brenda, the Mayor of Lewisham, if we'd come down and meet him and talk about some of the work that we're doing in Lewisham to address issues around the area, around crime, around people getting into employment, etc. So they invited us down for the morning with him.
Very nice, very nice. Of course, you do a lot in Lewisham and Southwark, and it's nice to see that Brenda Dacres brings you in to come along and see what's happening. Great stuff.
And I think she wanted to showcase that, that they're not doing stuff the council in silo, they're working with partners.
Yeah.
You have the professional football club in the borough helping support her work, I think was great for her.
Yeah, I think that builds on the ability to make a difference.
It's Chef Burnige here, Sean.
Hiya, Jeff.
Hello. Yeah, it's lovely to hear that things are looking up on Deptford Riverside. It's potentially a wonderful part of the world. I believe that the half-term sports camps at the Lions Centre and St Paul's are starting as every half-term this coming Monday. It was wonderful to see Billy Mitchell promoting them. Are there any spaces available still?
Yeah, we've also got a camp running at St Matthew's in Blackheath. That's St Matthew's Academy. So yeah, there's still places available at the moment. So people can book on. It's 4 days at St Paul's and then 5 days at the Lions Centre. Just really kids engaging in sport, meeting new friends, but just trying to keep them busy during the half term when they're off school. And Billy is, that's where Billy was first picked up at a football camp. He's out playing and got picked up by the club.
Apart from that, though, Sean, I understand you're also involved with the Mental Health World Cup, which is going to be happening at the Den later this year. We'd love to hear a bit more about that. What are you doing and what exciting events are planned apart from that?
Yeah, so the Mental Health World Cup has been going for about 4 or 5 years. It's been at different clubs. So it's been at Watford, QPR and different London clubs every year. So they approached the club this year and said, look, as part of the London consortium, we'd like to do a tournament at the Den. So, but what we want to make sure is that the person that organises is brilliant. He's been doing it for a few years now. And what he said we want to make sure is that any profit that's made from the World Cup, from the actual tournament, is given to mental health groups. So could the club give us a couple of people, a couple of organisations that we can give the money to that makes it? So we're going to give some to SLAM, which is one of the projects we run. And then we're going to look at Mind in the southeast. And the whole idea of it, tournament will be going on. We're trying to get an ex-players team in it as well. And it's just going to be a great tournament at the Den. But he's going to do it for all different clubs. So he's got QPR again, Watford. I'm trying to think who else he's got in London. He might have Chelsea as well. And he's just going to be raising funds for mental health groups in London.
It's a great thing. And I didn't know about the possibility of an ex-players team. That would be particularly interesting, and it make it a bit more newsworthy, perhaps.
Yeah, and I've been speaking to Eamonn about it. That I think it'll also bring a lot of profile to it. And then they can talk about their journeys, and because players are going to go through, mental health problems or things they're thinking about when they're out injured, they're out of contract and stuff like that. And I think it really brings home to some people that it could be anyone that suffers from mental health or worries during their lifetime.
Yeah, that's right.
Brilliant. Hi, Sean. It's Steve here.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, mate. Good to speak to you. The next round of former players to be included in the Forever Lions Club will be during our match against Birmingham City. Who are the former players involved and what actually takes place?
So players we've got is Dunny's coming in. We've got Pauline Cope. We've got Teddy Sheringham. And there's one more and I've totally forgot who it is.
Tony Craig.
And the reason I forgot about it is I saw him on Monday and he reminded me. We're going to see you in the Birmingham game. I said, oh yeah? He said, yeah, you've been inducted. Oh yeah. So those four. They'll come to the Lions Centre before the game, come down and have a talk with everybody, have a chat about it and about being inducted into the Forever Lions. They'll go up to the 11 club up there, have a meal. They'll also do a presentation to everyone that's up there to talk about their careers and that. And then at half-time, they'll go on the pitch, be presented to the fans and receive their certificates and inducted into the Forever Lions Club. It's a great programme, and I got it from another club of how to do it. And I remember them saying to me, you'll never realise how much people will respect it when you do it, the players. And I think the more you do it, you realise how much the players really appreciate being recognised. They've done their time at the club, but But then to come back to the club and be recognised as a former Lion, I think is brilliant.
I think it's great, and sort of seeing them again is just wonderful because been around for a long time and seen quite a few of them. So yeah, and I like the lot you've got in this time as well. So well done. The Sky Sports Bet and the British Heart Foundation have collaborated since May 24 to emphasise the importance of delivering CPR quickly. Last weekend's later kickoffs, just a minute past usual times, although quite frankly we always kick off more than a minute past, served as a stark reminder that every minute counts, the EFL stated. Are clubs, trusts or foundations promoting CPR training for fans or providing learning opportunities?
We always have. All my staff are fully trained up in first aid because, they're working with young people and adults all the time. We've been promoting it for years about getting involved in CPR. And I mean, if you come to any of our venues, so if you come to St Paul's or you go to Rocky and Righty or you come to the Lion Centre, we've got defibs everywhere and all our staff are fully trained. We've been pushing it through the websites, and I know that the EFL are doing like a course that you can do, which is just a reminder, of course, of what you were doing in an emergency, and we will just push that out everywhere.
Brilliant.
It's a great program, and that sort of knowledge, it's scary when something like that would happen, but that little bit of knowledge could save somebody.
Well, it's truly life-saving, isn't it? It's life-changing.
Evening, Sean. It's Ted here.
Hi, Ted.
How you doing, mate? All right?
Very well, thank you.
I must back up, Steve, about it's a fantastic four you've got for the next Forever Lions Club. All players I really admire in different ways. But anyway, moving on. I hear the London Football Awards happen in early March, and we're thrilled to share that our Millwall Community Trust, in the form of the Millwall Youth and Employment, I knew Eamonn got me to say this one because he knew I wouldn't know how to say this word, Employability Hub. Is that right?
It is right, yes.
Is among the nominees. Could you kindly tell us more about what it does or who you are, your team's involved and what has contributed to its success?
Yeah, I think it's one of the first ones ever to be in London. There is others in the other country, further up the country, but I think I spoke about it before, is that the Department of Work and Pensions came to us about a year ago and said, look, we're having a lot of trouble getting young people to come to job centres. It's not fashionable and young people don't really want to be seen there, but they'll be happy to go to a youth club or to a football club. Would you be interested in hosting like a job centre in the Lion Centre? We know you get a lot of footfall through it. So it took a little bit of work to do. We've turned upstairs up into like a job centre, but it doesn't look like a job centre. It's got TVs everywhere. And what we have job workers in there from the job centre, but all their meetings are not at the job centre, they're at the Lion Centre. So kids are coming to a football club. All the jobs are there on the site, so they can go to one of the TVs, look for a construction job, and it will list all the jobs in London. We've also held a few job fairs where we'll get loads of employers to come down, and we've had footfall of something like 500 people come in looking for jobs, and it's been very successful. The contract finished the end of December. They've already asked us to carry on for this year. But other clubs are doing it as well now. So I think Crystal Palace have got one, West Ham are getting one as well, because DWP have realised what a great thing it is to have it into a football club. So we decided that London Football Awards, we're going to put in, every year we've put something in. We put the military in, we've put the Romans in, but we haven't been shortlisted for any of those sort of programmes. So John, who runs it, John Scarborough, said, look, I'm going to put that in. And we got shortlisted for it, which is unbelievable. But we also put one in for Lucas Jensen. So Lucas is, I don't know if everyone remembers, a few months ago, Lucas came forward and said that his dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And he talked about his journey and how his dad got chemo and got through that and how he supported it. And he was very much upfront talking about that, and people should go for early checks, and helped us with the health buses and that. So we put him in for the community one as well, and he's been shortlisted. as community player. But what's been really good, and I said this to the guys yesterday, is that at Millwall have not been shortlisted for the London Football Awards since 2014. So, and I know that because I was there with Charlton, and we got nominated, but Millwall were there, and it was won by Leyton Orient. But that is the last time we've ever been shortlisted. So, being shortlisted for 2 awards and 3 with the football club, I think we've got a good chance of pulling away with something.
That's fantastic, Sean. I must admit, the one with the job centre upstairs in the Lions Centre, I mean, that's a clever bit of thinking, really, because a lot of people feel like there's a bit of stigma going to a job centre when people can see you going in and out of the place, but walking and wandering into a football club and such takes all that out of it. So it was a wonderful idea, and obviously it's working.
Yeah, and that's not my idea. That was John Scarborough's idea with the DWP, and they worked together on it. And where it has been so successful, it's been replicated in different parts of the country. So, hands off to him. He put a lot of work in for it, and hopefully, and I said this to him yesterday, he deserves to win it because, it's something totally different that you would not expect a football club to do.
No, real good luck to John for his initiative there, and also good luck to Lucas because it was fantastic with how he came out. I'm so pleased he's been nominated. On the pitch, Alex Neil, Femi Aziz and Tristan Kramer have all received awards, Sean. These 3 are key members of our first team setup. It's great to see such recognition, I must admit. It's brilliant. What are your thoughts on how the club feels about their nominations, and what do you think makes each of them stand out enough to be nominated?
Well, I think, so one of the things that we had from Alex Neil wrote about Lucas in our report. So we contacted Alex and said, look, we're putting Lucas up for an award. His wording about Lucas, I thought was so powerful. He talked about, somebody being out of football for 9 months, but then knew he couldn't play, but tried to use his influence off the pitch to support people through the prostate cancer. So I thought that was very nice of Neil, Alex, to do something like that. I thought he was brilliant. I think he's the club he really knows how to get the players going. And I think we're very hard to beat at the moment. He definitely deserves an award for what he's done with the club. I think you've got 2 players there that I think could probably, with Tristan and Aziz, could fit in any championship club, first choice, both of them easily. Being a Millwall fan, I'd like us to pick up all 5 awards. I'd love us to get all of that. But I think we've got a good chance of it. And again, we haven't been recognised for awards for ages in the London Football Awards. So we must be doing something right off the pitch and on the pitch.
I totally agree with that, Sean. Let's hope whoever's judging has got a little bit of Millwall in them.
Well, we won't be happy when we leave, will we? That's the problem.
No.
We just won't be happy.
Might just give us an award to get us out there, maybe.
Yeah. I think, you look at someone like Tristan, what a player he's been. Absolute different class of Tristan. And then Aziz, he's like a game changer, isn't he, for us? He gets on the ball and he scares everyone. And it just shows you that, Jimmy Beresford, he could have took that money from Ipswich during the transfer window, decided no chance, we're going to keep it, we're going to go for something. So it's brilliant.
Well, I think that also you're right with Jimmy. I mean, to get Alex Neil in, who has turned out to be a fantastic decision to bring a manager of Alex Neil's quality in. Perhaps when again we do well when managers are sort of a little bit in the wilderness, but he's shown himself to be a fantastic manager, and I'm pretty sure all the players would give credit like that to him. But as you say, Tristan Kramer and Femi Aziz have been outstanding. Caleb Tabor's been outstanding since he's come in as well. But let's hope we won't be greedy. Just 5 awards will do us, won't it?
We're up against a few people for the community award. We're up against West Ham and against Crystal Palace. So you've got 2 Premier League clubs that got a lot of money, but I still think that John's Employment Hub has got a real good chance because I think it's something totally different. And then Alex Neil will be up against all the the London managers, so he'll be up against Arsenal and Tottenham and everyone. Well, Tottenham ain't got one now, but he'll be up against all those managers. But, it'd be great to get that recognition. But I just loved the bit of being shortlisted. And I think we haven't been shortlisted since 2014. So, and if we do well there, we'll hopefully pick up some awards at the EFL.
You've made it feel all the sweeter, Sean. Now I know we're up against West Ham and Palace for that.
Yeah. And that's what I said to Sean. I said that to Sean yesterday. Don't come home, mate. No chance.
Well, I'm looking forward to joining you there, Sean. So let's.
Are you coming?
Yeah, I shall be there. Me and Gianluca Sardi will be there.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Now, Sean, I've had a few local fans ask me about Childeric Primary School, which is based in New Cross. They're curious about how the girls' football team ended up representing Millwall and what competitions they'll be entering next. So can you tell us?
Yeah, so we run a few projects around the EFL, around tournaments. So we had under 13s tournament, we have a mixed tournament, and we have a boys under 11s tournament. And the whole idea is we will, they're all done nationally. And what you do is you get all your local schools in and you run tournaments with them at your Lions Centre or St Paul's. And whoever wins that tournament goes and represents Millwall in the London finals, and then if they win that, they go to represent London, but as Millwall in the nationals. So the school have won our tournament, so they will go on to the next one. I think they're due to go to West Ham, to play the London ones. I'm sure it's West Ham, might be.
Yeah.
So they'll go there and they'll represent us and they'll play for us against all the other London clubs. They win that and they go to the national, and then whoever wins the national goes to the final, which will be at Wembley.
No.
Great thing for the school. One, we love it because they get to play a tournament where young kids and black don't get to play many tournaments. But then the winning prize is that you wear the Millwall badge, the Millwall shirt, and you go on to the London finals. So, and we've got a couple of those tournaments going on. We've got an under 13s girls tournament, which Deptford Green have just won. I know that. They lost in the final, but they still go in as the runners up. And I can't remember who we got representing us at the boys tournament. But we do these tournaments all year round, but they're in association with the PFA, the Premier League and the EFL.
That's great stuff, and it's great that they can involve local schools in the activities of the club.
The schools that play in the tournaments are schools that we work with.
Yeah.
We don't just invite every school in Lewisham, because my big thing would be is, say a school we don't work with wins the tournament,
yeah,
and then they go and represent Millwall. Well, they've got no allegiance to Millwall.
No.
So we only invite schools that we work with to the tournament. So when they win it, they've got that allegiance with us.
I think that's very important. And if those people are listening and your school is not doing things with Millwall, then you better get in there and tell them, because that's what you want.
Thank you.
So you might have a few more. You never know. Anyway, I'm going to pass you back to Ted if he's with us still, and he's got something to say.
Oh, I'm always with you.
Oh, you are? Yeah.
Yeah,
by your side.
I don't disappear every now and again.
No, like some people.
No, I'm still here. Right, before you go, Sean, as you know, we have the old Prediction League, and this week the three matches are that we want your predictions from. Obviously, we've got, first of all, Sheffield Wednesday versus Millwall. Poor old Sheffield Wednesday, struggling like hell, but that puts a bit of fear into me as a Millwall fan. But there you go. How do you think that one's going to go, Sean?
They're in trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I think I heard someone say they could be the only team that's ever relegated in minus points.
Yeah.
And I heard it's going to snow up there as well. I've heard the weather's not going to be. I still think we'll beat them though. I still think it'll be a close. I think we'll win 2-0 up there.
So I'm glad you told me about the weather forecast. I'm going up there, so better put me skis on by the sounds of it. But
yeah, I'm going up there as well, and that's how I know it's going to snow. So
right. Lovely. The next one I've gone for, Sean, is Derby at home to Swansea. Swansea are a funny little side, and so are Derby, really. But how do you see that one going, Sean?
Well, they won, didn't they, Swansea, during the week? They got a good win. Did they win 3-0, didn't they?
Yeah, they seem to win one week and then lose the next, didn't they? But
and then Derby are exactly the same, aren't they? Derby.
Inconsistent, mate. Yeah.
So I'll go for evens, 1-1.
1-1, yeah, not a bad shout there. And finally, I've gone for two sides that have been up with us at one point, gone down, and seem to be coming back again, and that's Preston at home to Watford.
Yeah, Watford have got a new manager as well, haven't they? They've got a new one in, so...
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a draw again, but I'll go for 2-2 on that one.
2-2, yeah, you're right about Watford. They've got nearly as many managers as Forest, but it's unbelievable. But, no, that's not a bad shout, Sean. Thanks for that.
Super stuff. So thanks very much for those predictions. There's a chance you might win a prize. Old Ted's keeping all of that a bit close to his ski gear. So when he gets it out this weekend, we might find out then. Anyway, we'll see. Sean, look, beyond that, we really appreciate you joining us. We know you're a very busy man, but we're all fascinated by your insights. All the best to you, yours, and the fantastic Millwall Community Trust team. So until the next time, Sean, it's bye for now.
Thanks very much, everyone. Thanks for all your support.
Bye, Sean.
Cheers, Sean.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Well, he is a busy person now, Sean. They work hard at the Trust to meet the community needs, and I'm just amazed how many groups of people and, individuals are around trying to get access to them. It's an amazing setup. Anyway, we'll take a break there and we'll listen to and also say belated birthday wishes for the 10th when we talk about Harvey Brown and the Lions Food Hub.
Hi, Harvey Brown here. I am proud of the Lions Food Hub, which is jointly owned by Kelly and Ellen Webster, and they have been supporting families within our community on Millwall match days. If you would like to donate to them, they have a match day donation hub by the SE16 bar at Colblow Lane, end of the ground, where they accept any food or money and toiletry donations. If you can help, any donations will be received with thanks.
I'm your host, Eamonn Barclay, and with me I have the No One Likes Us Talkin team of Ted Robinson, Jeff Burnige and Steve Warren. Please consider making your donations in the coming week. That's because we're not at home either this Saturday or the following Saturday at the Lions Centre, which is the proud home to the Millwall Community Trust. Well, good news continues. We're happy to share Ellis Barr's remarkable progress in restoring her mobility. As you probably know, since mid-September, she has steadily recovered from her surgery, and we all stand behind her, sending our best wishes as you move forward together with better health. And talking of that, here's Ellis.
Hello, Ellis here, and I'm glad to be back talking about Millwall. I know many have watched my videos. Thanks for your support along the way. It is now time to hear what all the Millwall teams are up to. Come on, Millwall!
Yeah, come on, Millwall. And the first team up, and thanks, Ellis, is Paul Loading, bringing us the Millwall Romans and Pride update.
Hi, it's Paul Loading from the Millwall Romans with a quick update for the week. Last Sunday, the Romans travelled to East London to play Stonewall in their return fixture. We played Stonewall a couple of weeks ago, got on really well. They did bring a different side out. The game kicked off with, I would say, us in control. We managed to nick a goal after about 25 minutes and then a very, very dubious penalty given against us for a handball with Ade, which was definitely not handball. I was standing about 4 foot away from him. Referee didn't have a view of it, but decided to give them a penalty. We responded really, really well, and within about 15 minutes scored another 3 goals to go into half-time as 4-1. Second half, with a slight change of tactics from Stonewall, they did come out a little bit more aggressive trying to play. And to be honest, they did defend quite well in the second half. We couldn't seem to get any more goals, unfortunately, on the day. Charlton have got quite a big goal difference. They're still top of the league at the moment. But I'm glad to say we still secured the 3 points by winning 4-1. This weekend, Romans are on a break, but Pride will be travelling to West London to play against Titan LGBT Heroes. That's 1 o'clock at the King's House School playing fields. And just to mention, this month is Football versus Homophobia Month. You might see some rainbow flags, there's corner flags, some rainbow balls. There's a few of us that are attending the Millwall-Portsmouth game next weekend on the Saturday. I'll be there myself as well. Our sponsors are going to be there as well. So there's a few of us going there to support Millwall. That's going to be the rainbow ball game for the EFL. And predictions for this week. Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall definitely going to win that 2-0. I would say Derby, Swansea. Derby might nick that 1-0. And Preston, Watford, I'm going to go 1-1 draw.
Well, that ain't bad ideas for predictions either, Paul. And we look forward to seeing you guys down the Den against Portsmouth. It's a sellout, by the way. Anyway, our Millwall Lionesses hosted Sport London Benfica at St Paul's Sports Ground on Sunday. Millwall Community Trust's Kai Bennett was there and picked up the highlights for us.
Millwall Lionesses beat Sport London Benfica 4-0 on Sunday afternoon at St Paul's Sports Ground. Second half goals from Maisie Joyce from the penalty spot, another penalty from Maisie Joyce, Kada Townsend and Lever Heltz gave Ted Jones' side all 3 points. Next up is a home match against New Haven this Sunday at St Paul's Sports Ground.
Another 4 goals. We seem to be going in 4s. Perhaps we'll be lucky at the weekend and score another 4. Well, that's another impressive league double for our Lionesses. The match was quiet until the second half when taliswoman Mia Lockett came on, and our Lionesses secured all 3 points. Up next, as was pointed out, is New Haven, and we'll share all the details at the end of the show. On Saturday, just like our Lionesses, we experienced a quiet first half. In the second half, with assists from Femi Aziz, we finally got the ball past their goalkeeper as an own goal. And later Coburn sealed the game with a fantastic first-time strike. It really was something to behold. It was a great way to finish the match and put points between Wrexham and us, in which was really a 6-pointer. A big thank you to the Millwall FC media team. Here are the thoughts that are reflected by Alex Neil and Jake Cooper after the game.
Yeah, I think our record at the moment, I think we're joint in clean sheets across the season with different teams, I believe. I'm not sure if that's 100% true. Somebody told me that at some point, so it might not be true. But we've kept a lot, so that's really pleasing. Today was a big clean sheet for us as well. You know, we needed to make sure that we didn't give them anything to get their teeth into, because they've done it so many times, particularly at home, coming back. Even when they're a goal back behind, they can come back and then go and try and change the game round.
Yeah, of course. I'm really proud of the lads, the way we fought out. They obviously make it really difficult for you. They've had a great run of form, and coming here, we know it's difficult. I think they've scored in every home game up till now. So yeah, we're really delighted with the clean sheet. Really proud of the fans as well. They were great for us there at the end. So yeah, great day all round. Yeah, great thoughts from Alex and Jake. Jeff, did we temper the storm in the first half? They seemed to be overrunning us down the right. And did we fail to utilise that man Bannon effectively?
Well, certainly some of the fans spotted the fact that Wrexham's attacks were mainly coming down the right, but that didn't continue after half-time. So some adjustments may have been made by the manager and the team. Let's face it, it wasn't a wonderful spectacle, that game, but that's two teams in the playoff zone, both of whom saw a great chance for a 3-point haul against the promotion rival, And it was great that we dug in second half and didn't look like losing then. And the second goal that Josh scored came at a brilliant time. We won the ball back very well. There was a defensive mistake. Josh was on it in a flash. And as you said, he hit a worldie into the far top corner. Really, really enjoyable. And a game which possibly has set us up for a good run-in. We're now well clear of the team in 7th, aren't we?
Yeah. How about our man Bannon? Did we use him effectively?
I'm sure that'll take a little bit of time because that's a big difference for us, but also for him. He's so used to the players that he knows around him at Sheffield Wednesday. He's been there, is it 9 years or even more? But look, he's been brought in because the range of his passing and the accuracy of his passing and the spotting of a passing opportunity are things that he's got in abundance, and it may not be apparent on the first game or two, but I'm looking forward to seeing his contribution towards our promotion run to the end of the season.
Yeah, let's be hopeful on that. Ted, Caleb Taylor, as you mentioned, is performing ever so well that he's the EFL Player of the Month. Meanwhile, what did you make of his centre-back partner, Jake Cooper's performance on Saturday?
Yeah, dear old Jake. I wasn't that keen on him to being captain when he was first made captain, but I'll tell you what, he's developing into a very good captain. He's a captain that captains by performance, and what I mean by that, he is a bit like Paul Robinson used to be. It was more about his performance and led by example. But Jake's always comfortable when he's got someone playing well alongside him. And I mean, go back to his days when he was partnering Sean Hutchinson, he seemed to play at his best. And Caleb Taylor's come in and slipped in there and quietly been effective throughout every game. And Jake seems to be comfortable with him. They seem to, which is always, we all know, we watch football long enough, you've got to have pairings down the middle of the pitch in the midfield. And we don't, well, not so much now in football, but it's normally a centre forwards, there's two people working off of one another. But most importantly is that your centre halves have to have natural communication with one another. And they do. If ever Jake seems to be out of position, Caleb Taylor seems to be there, or vice versa. So I think it's a wonderful combination. And you can tell if you're ever in the company of the players at anything, you know that Jake Cooper is the captain. He is the one that they're all looking to, and he's matured from the boy that he was when he came to this club. And what Jake Cooper does know, he fully understands what this football club's all about. So he knows what the fans want to see out there on the pitch. He tries to give it his best all the time. I know he has his critics and he's not the perfect player, but he's certainly a player that gives 110% when he's out there every time he goes out. He tries his best. And I think we're really fortunate that we stumbled over a really good centre-half pairing that's actually allowed a very good player who was possibly the man supposed to be alongside him, Tristram Kramer, move out to right back, and he brings all the attributes that he has as a player to the right back position. So I think the whole back four this season, whether it's been Doughty, Joe Bryant or Sturge at left back, we're comfortable now. We've got our back four and they've been excellent, and Jake Cooper just happens to be the leader of that back four, so full credit to him. But again, as I mentioned earlier, I like to give Caleb Taylor a little bit of credit because he silently moves into that back four and he's performing week in, week out at a level that I would say is 7, 8, 9 out of 10 a week, which is excellent.
Yeah, I was inspired by his performance in marking Kiefer Moore, and some people said, yes, he physically did that as well. But, yeah.
Well, I think we see what he was capable of, Eamonn, when he played in the Palace.
Yeah.
I thought myself, we've got a player who looks like, he's only young, bit of potential there. And you look at a player like that and you think to yourself, why on earth has he not made the West Brom team when he was there, because he's comfortable on the ball. He doesn't mind bringing the ball out. He's physical, like you say. He wins his headers, and he steps in, and times he sort of interceptions really well. And as we know, he can hit a ball from 30 yards as well, which was a bit of a surprise. But he's an all-round player, and thankfully he's ours.
Steve, are we scoring above our expectations now? And is our defence just lucky?
No, I don't think we're scoring above our expectations. I think we're capable of scoring more. But looking back, if you look at the Charlton game as an outlier, we're never scoring more than one or two, really. But I think we just need to be more clinical in front of goal. And I think every manager for the last 9 years has pretty much said the same.
Yeah.
But when you see Coburn come on, and it was a brilliantly taken goal, for me, he's always better far out, because as soon as he gets in front of the goal, he misses them. And we're outside of that, and he's lethal. And I think, he's having him back as we're starting to score again. Ivanovic has got something to work off of, or whoever's up there has got something to work off of. And I think it's a good partnership within it, which whoever's playing on the other side. And going back to what sort of Ted was saying earlier on about the defence, I don't think we're just lucky. I think we are a good defence. I think we've been a good defence for a long time, and we've often been right up there with other teams about shutouts and the like. But I think we did ship a few goals, and we have done it a few times this season. But when you look at it, it's people who weren't playing in front of him, like Aziz, who takes an extra man because people need to double mark him.
Yeah.
Or you lose Mitchell and Denor in the midfield, and we actually had no midfield players at one point, and we're scrambling up a defender to put in midfield, and we've got bringing Negley back to play alongside him, and that is going to put extra pressure on the defence, and things are going to get missed. So I don't think our defence are lucky. In fact, I think our defence is pretty spot on, and if you've got good players playing in front of them, it stops a lot of that stuff that gets to them, but also it can help with maybe, Jake isn't the fastest centre-back, but, if we're keeping these people at bay a bit further up the field, we haven't got to worry about that. It is a team game.
It is, certainly is. And long may it continue. That's all I can say.
Okay, but can I just, Barry Bannon, I think we just need to give him a bit of time, because I echo what Jeff said a little bit. We all know he's a fantastic player, but it will take time to fit into the way that we play and the style that we play. I know he played him as a number 10 at the wing, and I see a thing from Casper Denor the other day, and he was sort of saying that Bannon had said to him, a good player, look for me with a pass, I will be in space, more or less. And it might just take Casper a little bit of time, because he said they've been working out wide a lot of the time. So Bannon's going to be another option, but it's about the players around him understanding where he is, and that just take a little bit of time, I think. And I'm on Jeff's page, definitely. I'm looking forward to what he's going to bring to us over the run into the hopefully the playoffs at least.
Yeah,
you saw some of his dead ball kicks as well. The free kicks and that they were spot on. And if you've got Jake, Kramer, and you've got Taylor in there, I think that's going to start working well going towards the end of the season.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I think the defence has been unbelievable since we've had the two midfield players back together, Billy and Casper. That's a crucial part of the field, I think. But our back four has been amazing. The blocks they're putting in, the defending has been outstanding. So that's brilliant, and that's why we're going to keep a clean sheet on Saturday.
Okay, on Saturday we're looking forward to the match against Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough, kicking off at 3 p.m, not 3 p.m. plus 1 or any more, 3 p.m. The Owls have had a tough run, losing their last 6 games, and having sold their talisman, Barry Bannon, to us, this season they've secured only 1 win, but have drawn 8 matches. And thanks to some point deductions for activity beyond the players, they're 70 points behind us in the league, which gives us a good chance to show our strength. Or does it? We won by the only goal in a scrappy affair at the Den back in November when Femi Aziz came on and headed the winner in the 71st minute. We were perhaps lucky when Barry Bannon struck a ball from his own half at our goal, and our goalkeeper scrambled back and stopped it going in the back of the net. But can we record another double against Henrik Pedersen's side? Our league performances have improved over the last 6 matches, with 1 draw, 4 wins, and that loss at Coventry that still haunts me that it should never have been. Keep in mind, players are still returning from injury. Both teams will want to focus on securing wins this Saturday. They've got to, whether it's us or whether it's Sheffield Wednesday. Alex Neil wants to secure 3 points this weekend to solidify Millwall's position in the playoff zone and even challenge those above us. After all, we're not far off the top 2. Pedersen and his depleted team will be up for this match. Unsurprisingly, though, given Millwall's recent performances and league standing, the bookmakers have made us 1-3 on to win. A draw is 7-2, and a Sheffield United win is 8-1. These are the best odds of our season. What's your opinion, team, on Millwall versus Sheffield Wednesday? Steve?
Yeah, well, I like everybody else, I think we're going to win that. I've gone for 2-0, and I think it goes back to what I said earlier on. We're not the most prolific team in front of goal, but we're nice and tight at the back. And I think, Sheffield Wednesday are going to want to start proving a point. They're going to come out hard. They're at home. And in reality, they got nothing to lose. So, I think we're going to need to be on our best game and just basically keep it out of our net and maybe get another 2 this week. So that's why I'm going 2-0.
Thanks, Steve. Jeff?
Well, I don't think any game in the Championship's ever easy. The players at Sheffield Wednesday, they've shown a lot of pride most of the season because it's been a shocking time for them. So I think they'll put up a real strong fight up there in front of their home fans. Be very interesting to see what role Barry Bannon has for us on Saturday. That's something I will be looking to see when the team is announced at 2:00. It will be awful if he is in the Millwall team that sends them down. He won't really enjoy that. So I'm going to go for a win, obviously, and I've already said just earlier that we keep a clean sheet, but I'm going to go for 1-0. A 1-0 win for Millwall, a fairly comfortable 1-0 win.
It is a banana skin, and at the end of the day with Sheffield Wednesday, whoever's playing them at the moment is probably the one side that nobody wants to play because, in a sense, you're on a hide into nothing. Everyone expects you to win. But I'm a bit like Jeff. I think it'll be comfortable. It'll be interesting with Barry Bannon, whether he starts. I think, it's a tough one for him. I'll get that, but at the end of the day, he's a professional footballer and he should now be giving his heart and soul to Millwall. So it will be interesting to see how that goes. But I think the most important thing for us, everyone's talking about how many goals we might score, my friends are, but it's most important we keep a clean sheet. If we keep a clean sheet there, like we should, hopefully, and score first, I think then, it could be a comfortable game for us, and I've gone for a 3-0 win. My concern is if they nick a goal somewhere beforehand, and all of a sudden the side that's had no confidence becomes reasonably confident for one game. And they have a certain guy called Jamal Lowe who plays for them, who has scored a few against us in the past. But hopefully keep that clean sheet and, be patient, and I'm sure the goals will come. Once we get one, I think we could go comfortably on to win 3-0. So that's my prediction, 3-0.
Interesting thoughts, I must say, between you. It's all have a different angle on it. Chalabar could be back this weekend as well. He was seen secretly training with the team. So that might bring them a bit of oomph in the middle of the pitch. But my prediction is even, well, it's not stronger, but it's a variant on Ted's. And I see them getting a goal, actually. And I think we'll win 4-1. Over to you, Ted.
Right, 4-1. That's a surprise, Eamonn. 4 goals. Well, mind you, we did do Charlton before, so we'll see what happens. Right, so we move on, people, to the next 2 games, which is Derby versus Swansea first and Preston versus Watford second. And we'll start with you, Steve. How do you see them 2 going?
Okay, well, I think it's going to be 2-1 to Derby. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw between Preston and Watford.
The wonderful thing about doing a prediction league on the Championship is you look at them and you think these games could go either way quite easily. But, I don't think that's a bad shout, them 2. What about you, Jeff?
I agree with what you just said. I mean, that is such a hard match to predict. I'm unconvinced by Swansea. They're up one week and down the next week. I think Derby at home are a bit of a prospect, and I'm going to go 1-0 Derby. The Preston-Watford game, really hard to predict. Which Watford is going to turn up? Because, let's be honest, they were outplayed by us the other week. So I'm unconvinced by them as well. I'll go Preston home win. I think, if in doubt, go for home win. I'll go 2-1.
Fair enough. That's not a bad shout. Jeff, what about yourself, Eamonn?
Swansea, Derby, up and down like Tower Bridge. Depends what side of the bridge comes up first. So I'm going for a draw because I think they'll come up together. So it's going to be Derby 2, Swansea 2. I think Watford going to Preston, they've got a new man in the seat, but I'm not convinced that's going to make that a big difference. There's been so many managers through that club. It's just a nightmare. I wouldn't want to be on the playing staff there, that's for certain. So I'm going to leave it with Preston, and they take a 1-0 win.
I've looked at both of these myself, and Derby 1 minute are up and then they're down. Swansea are exactly the same, so I stuck with a 1-1 draw there because I just couldn't pick between the 2 of them, even though Jeff's quite right about going for the home team, which is what I did do in the Preston versus Watford one before they changed their manager, but I wasn't going to change my mind. And so I would stick with, I've gone for a 2-1 Preston win as well. And I just don't know how them Watford players know how they should be playing or where they should be playing, the amount of times they've got a different manager in. But there you go. I've stuck with Preston 2, Watford 1.
Well, we also have predictions from Nick Wythe of the Facebook Millwall Sicily site. So let's hear what Nick predicts.
Hi all, these are my predictions. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Millwall 3, Derby 2, Swansea 2, Preston 0, Watford 0. Thank you.
Well, some interesting predictions there. One on the side of you there, Ted, and 2, I think. Yeah, draws and interesting. It is tight. Anyway, thanks, Nick. Great stuff. A big thank you to Dave Hart for putting together the results and creating the table. Your effort is absolutely, truly appreciated. We'll take a break there and hear from Bethany about Our Millwall Community Trust.
The Millwall Community Trust is located at the Lions Centre, Ballina Road, London SE16. Each year it delivers a wide range of football and sports development programmes to thousands of young people from toddler soccer to professional pathway across different ages, genders and abilities. Check out the Millwall Community Trust website.
I'm your host, Eamonn Barclay, and I've got to say, with me tonight is a scintillating panel of the No One Likes Talkin team, who spoke with great insights and objectivity all evening long. So, Ted Robinson, Jeff Burnige, Steve Warren, what a panel, 5-star. As Stan often says, the Millwall Community Trust are our crown jewels. So I reckon he's right? Well, we're all looking forward to the next game. But in the meantime, here are a few matters of interest for Millwall fans and those interested in football.
Well, on the 11th of February 2026, it was the 48th anniversary of that dreadful day when 8 young Millwall fans from Basingstoke tragically lost their lives in a minibus crash on their way to watch Millwall play at Southampton. Those 8 young men deserve to be named. They were Al Smith, Bob Bond, Bill Ward, Rodney Phillips, Stephen Medcraft, John Webb, Stephen Bayes and Stephen King. I've been asked by our fans to reflect on what was done in their memory, and it's lovely to get the opportunity to name them after all these years. 48 years ago that was.
Next week, our Millwall Fans Show will be hosted by Bethany, with a panel featuring Stan, Dave and Craig. Make sure you don't miss it. If you don't know, as Stan says, you don't know until you know. Well, you know, right? On Saturday, match days, No One Likes Talkin's Gary Staff brings match previews, half-time analysis and a match report on Maritime Radio on 96.5 FM across South East London and North West Kent. You can also listen via their website and soon on DAB. Sunday and midweek reports are aired on their breakfast show from 7 a.m, including coverage of the Millwall Lionesses.
The Millwall Lionesses continue with league action this Sunday when they host New Haven Women. The match will take place at 1:30 p.m. at St Paul's Sports Ground, Salter Road, Rotherhithe, SE16 5EF. If you can join our Lionesses, they will greatly appreciate your support. Both teams are eager to progress in the league, but for us, this could be another league double. With a passionate crowd, the Lionesses game will be played with pride, desire and determination. Be there and uplift our Lionesses. Come along, sing a song and cheer our Lionesses on.
It's the only way to do it. Cheer them along. Tune in to No One Likes Us Talking team reports from our games, home and away, for the Lions, Lionesses, Romans and Pride. You'll also receive updates on Millwall community topics. And through Maritime Radio, available, as Ted just said, on 96.5 FM or via their website. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, YouTube, Spreaker, Maritime Radio Podcasts, and all major podcast platforms. Thanks, Jeff.
That's fine, Eamon. Another great show. Let's good luck for Hillsborough.
Thank you, Ted.
Cheers, Eamon.
And thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Eamon.
And a big thank you to all who are listening and have tuned in. Finally, let's not forget to keep it safe on the streets out there. Good night.
Let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em all come down to the den. Let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em come, we'll only have to beat 'em again. It's the best team in London, no, the best team of all. Everybody knows us, we're called Millwall. Let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em all come down to the den. It's Saturday in Cold Blow Lane, we've all come down to cheer. We've had our jellied eels and our glass of beer. Come rain or shine, our families will bring. And as the Lions run on the pitch, everyone will sing. Let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em all come down to the den. Let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em come, we'll only have to beat 'em again. It's the best team in London, oh, the best team of all. Everybody knows us, we're called Millwall. Let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em come, let 'em all come down to the den.
Our Millwall Fan Show is sponsored by G&M Motors of Gravesend, Honda dealers and much more. Thank you.